As cybercrime continues to rise and companies big and small become victims to ransomware attacks, protection is becoming a top priority for businesses. Now, recently, Indigo Books and Music was a target of a cybersecurity incident which knocked off everything offline. Some services at the company are now back up and running 5 days after the event. The company continues to work with third-party experts to investigate the situation. But what about smaller businesses that may not have the resources to recoup after a cyber attack? Now, this is why a group representing small businesses is taking steps to improve the situation. The Canadian Federation for Independent Business has launched a cybersecurity academy with lessons and tips for small businesses. Well, joining us now is Ms. Mandy, Vice President of Marketing Partnerships at CFIB. Ms. Dautremont, welcome to Forum Daily.
Thank you.
So, what are you taking away from the cyber incident involving Indigo?
This really highlights how serious cyber attacks are, what a big threat they are. And while Indigo is a really large organization, so there's a big spotlight on them, this really is a threat that will impact or can impact small businesses across Canada.
So, as you say, small businesses are becoming the target of these cyber crimes. So, what have you been seeing in this sector in particular? Has there been a pattern that you've identified or something like that?
Small businesses are definitely being targeted. They're also receiving random cyber attack attempts. Almost half have received them in the last year, and a majority of businesses are saying that they're more worried about cyber security than they've been in previous years. So it's certainly a rising issue.
It's a concerning issue indeed. Now, is there a specific sector that has been seeing a spike in this cybercrime, or is the threat the same for all Canadian businesses?
I would argue that the threat is definitely something real for all Canadian businesses. We do see some sectors report slightly higher numbers of attacks in their business, typically in professional services, so accountants, IT, HR related businesses, and that isn't surprising. They may also be quite vigilant in monitoring the number of attacks that they're getting into their business. But really, any business that is connected to the internet is at risk of becoming a victim of a cyber attack attempt. So it's very important that every business, no matter what size or sector they are, takes it seriously.
It's clear protection should be a top priority right now. Now, what kind of qualities do perpetrators of cybercrime look for in a small business when deciding who to target?
Yeah, so they look for any kind of weakness that a business has, and fortunately or unfortunately, the main weakness is actually people. 95% of cyber breaches are a result of human error. So the what we can take away from this is that there's a direct action that businesses can take in training themselves and their employees so that they know what not to click on, and how to protect their business.
All right, and on that note, let's jump to CFIB's Cybersecurity Academy. What does it offer to small businesses and how can they get involved?
We're really excited to be able to be offering this to small businesses. It is small, quick, easy to take training for business owners and their employees to learn how to protect their business. And this is such a vital and urgent issue across the small business sector that we have opened it up, and we are offering it free. All that a business owner needs to do is go to cfib.ca/cybersecurity and they can get themselves signed up. And we're even offering some incentives because we know how hard it can be to get employees to take training. So there are some prizes to be won up until March 31st. So we really encourage any business out there to take their training seriously and sign up at cfib.ca/cybersecurity.
All right, Ms. Dautremont, just about a minute left here, but if you could leave us with your top three tips on protecting a small business from cybercrime, what would they be?
That's a great question, and I'm actually going to expand it to five. So I would say make sure you have your employee training, make sure you have really strong passwords. Don't leave your default passwords on there, and update your phone and your computer as soon as you're prompted. Make sure you back up your data because if you are breached, you need to be able to maintain it and back and have it accessible again, and really follow your gut. If something looks like it's fishy, do not click on it. So those are some really important measures that all the viewers can take.
Some helpful advice. Mandy Dautremont from CFIB, thank you again for your time today.
Thank you.